I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet. The library blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit. This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit. This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. How we doing? Welcome, welcome. Let's get on in here and get it going, guys. I'm late. I'm on late. I was at the hospital with my mom, and I'm late. I know some of my regulars are going to be tucked in bed already. I'm screwed. I am so screwed with the algorithms tonight, guys. This is a sinking ship tonight. We are screwed. But anyway, what do we got for the menu tonight? The gag orders and Google trends of the Kirk case. Guys, tonight we're doing a little update on some Charlie Kirk stuff. I haven't talked about it in a while. And yes, I've got my shirt off, okay? You guys need to just learn to appreciate that. Because it's that kind of night. I just got out of the shower 2 minutes ago. I started the stream and was putting coconut oil on my face, which is the last thing I do after I take a shower and stuff. So yeah, it's that kind of night. Just take it all in. Enjoy the shirtless stream. I know we always got haters that get in the chat and tell me to put a shirt on. I think it's like reverse trolling where they're pretending to troll me, but then they know once they tell me to put a shirt on that I'll just do a double bicep flex on them and absolutely leave the haters in shambles. So I think that's really what people are doing when they tell me to put a shirt on. They're like poking the bear. They want to see the bear flex his biceps. I'm not very much of a bear. I'm really more of a twink, but you guys get it. I'm getting lost in my own analogies. Welcome to the stream. This is Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. We'll get started here in a minute. Where are we tonight? So we're on Rumble. So I hope there's some good ivermectin, some good methylene blue commercials that pop up on this stream for you. I hope you enjoy that. So we're on Rumble, YouTube, and Twitter, also known as X if you're autistic and do ketamine. So wherever you're at, get in the chat. Lover, get in my chat. I need you in the chat. Let's get started here. Let me get to the chat. Say hello to everybody trickling in here. I know I'm late, guys. I know it just be like that. Here, I put the chat up on the screen there so you can see yourselves. Yeah. So, guys, tonight we're going to a lot of this is going to be centered around Candace Owens and Sam Parker. Oh God. Yeah, guys, there's the gag orders. There's apparently thousands of people. I don't want to, don't take my word. I gotta look it up and verify. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, but I think there's like several thousand. I want to say it's 5,000. I forget, but supposedly there's like thousands of people that are on this gag order. And this has just come to light within the past like 24 hours, 48 hours, something like that. And apparently Candace Owens is claiming that she's going to violate the gag order. She's not worried about it. I guess she's been given a gag order too by a judge. And even as someone who appreciates some of the truth bombs that she's been dropping on us, sometimes I do feel like I would like Candace Owens to be given a gag order to shut her up. No, I'm kidding. But I appreciate all the work she has done with this, with the Charlie Kirk stuff. I really do. It's interesting. I mean, there's still there's plenty left for to be verified and stuff. And I get a lot of people don't like her delivery with a lot of this, but look, she's been vindicated with some of the shit. And yeah, man, I feel like Candace Owens has actually been a spearhead in the push that has, required some of these people at TPUSA and stuff to discuss the donor text messages. You guys remember I played some of that stream with the donor text messages and TPUSA reacting to it, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't want to disclose any of this information about the donor texts because we were told to not disclose anything that could affect the investigation." It's like, oh wait, why would text messages about Charlie Kirk saying that Jewish donors are withdrawing their funding because he is not 100% backing Israel? Why is that part of the investigation? Huh, that's interesting. Or are you just lying through your teeth? Because we all know the whole time, TPUSA people, Benjamin Netanyahu, fucking everybody was pretending that Charlie Kirk died a defender of Israel and wanted his ashes spread at the fucking whatever, that retarded wall that they go hump over there. He wanted his ashes spread there and, all the rest. We heard all of that. Meanwhile, the whole time, we had text messages with Charlie Kirk saying how he could not back Israel any longer. And then the donor text messages and all this stuff where Charlie Kirk was wrestling with this issue of, dealing with the realities of being an Israel supporter in America. It's a rough ride for you guys. Good luck. Michael Earl, what's up? I'm in the chat, lovers. Welcome. White Iced Tea, thank you guys. Yeah. You guys say I'm a good son. You don't know shit. I suck. Yeah, guys, I was at the hospital with the mama dark match. So, I'd rather not even get into detail about all that. It's already 9:30. Let's, we'll talk about that more another night or whatever, but she's hanging in there. Icy Bird, welcome. Thank you guys for coming to hang. You guys are in here. Like, I don't even know if some of these people are in here. These are comments from like an hour ago. So, Adam Wiley, Rainey, Dutch Duke, Big E, Promo, Don Ferguson. What's up, guys? Welcome, Dutch Duke. Thank you guys for coming to hang. Rainey's up in here. Bart. Okay, all these are recent comments. What's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you. Adam's over on the Twitter. Johnny Z's up in here. What's up, lovers? I think I said hello to everybody I see in the chat. All right, guys, let's get going here. It's fucking late. I need some sleep. Okay, so I guess we'll start out with some of the stuff with the donor text messages. Well, here's this video. I guess I'll show you guys this, because this, I guess, is a new video that has just been going around now. That I did save this, but I forgot. I didn't put anything about it in the caption or the thumbnail or anything. Let me get you guys on my Twitter tab real quick. So, yeah, I don't know what... Again, guys, there's just like, this is one of those things, and I don't know if this is by design or not, but it's just like there's so much bullshit. Sicilian Redneck's up in here. What's up, Redneck? Bro, welcome. Thanks for joining us. There's just so much information on this and so many varying theories. It's just like, it's borderline impossible to fucking keep up with any of it and, have a normal life and decide what theory that you want to go with, because clearly the FBI is lying. So, but I just feel like this is another thing. We've seen 10 different suspicious people that were not apprehended by the police. We all saw, I think I played it on here. There's the one guy that had the AR-15 strap that was hanging out of his duffel bag, and he was wearing a black, like a full black suit with glasses. Like, I mean, he looked like an agent. If it was somebody who was pretending to be some kind of spy or assassin, this is what they would dress like. He looked like one of the agents from The Matrix, basically. Black glasses, black suit with a white undershirt and carrying a big duffel bag. The strap from the duffel bag was over his shoulder and he was carrying it, but there was a strap hanging from the bag itself that matched the, the look of this one brand of AR-15 rifle strap for your shoulder. So there's all kinds of shit. There was the video also that I think showed on here on my stream where there's a guy that you can see that has a gun in his hand who's running away when everybody else is running after the shot rang out and stuff. And there's no videos of the police apprehending anybody that matches that guy's description. And he straight up had a pistol in his hand. And, these are people going to a college campus that are Charlie Kirk supporters. I don't know if this is that suspicious or adds anything to, if you're someone who thinks that there was a group of lefties out there there was like 10 of them that were possibly going to try to kill him or something, then this probably adds something interesting to your theory. But yeah, I kind of feel like there was a bunch of, conservative people who had firearms who were probably there. Guys, I'm not going to admit to any crimes or carrying a firearm where I shouldn't, but I know somebody who lives in Florida who also has a concealed carry permit. He used to have dreads and now he's bald on top. And this guy, he pretty much, if there isn't a metal detector or someone patting you down and checking for firearms, this guy I know says that he carries his firearm pretty much everywhere. You walk into a building and it says no firearms, but there's no metal detectors making sure that no one else has a firearm. Then he says, why should I not have one when they're not checking anybody? So anyone who possibly has bad intentions might just ignore that side. So, that's an interesting philosophy to have. And I think there's quite a few gun owners that probably operate like that, which, again, I don't endorse that. I'm just saying some people do that. And I think that might be the case for what we have right here. We've got, according to this, newly emerged video shows that the detective who allowed Charlie Kirk's staff to tamper with cameras and SD cards 9 minutes after the shooting also discovered a handgun with a holster at the scene just afterward. Here he is ordering a uniformed UVU officer to tag it. So this is interesting, guys. And I don't know, newly emerged video, bro. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, guys, how are we getting new videos now? It's been over a month and this is a new video. Does that make sense? How does that make sense? Is this someone who had a gag order and they sent the video to a friend and told them to post it, or what? Like, what is this? How are we just getting this a month later? Or maybe someone thought they didn't have significant footage and so they just held on to it because they thought it was like stupid or didn't matter, but they accidentally caught this on camera. I don't know.
Hey, officer, can you mark out with your chief? Yeah. Hey, officer.
Yeah, so, and if it's if this is correct, if this is a pistol that's in a holster, this is probably somebody who was just there that had a gun to defend himself. but they probably didn't go to that college or something, you know? And so they're like, look, this is just, I'm out in the open. I'm going to have a firearm. And so when Kirk got shot, they probably crouched down just like everybody else did. And the holster probably, it's a shitty, you know, not the best holster. It probably popped off of his, from his waistline when he squatted down or kneeled down or whatever the fuck. Everybody got down. This is probably just an accident here. Someone had a gun for self-defense and they accidentally dropped it and ran off when shit hit the fan. That's what I'm going to consider that. That's probably what that is. All right, all right, so let's get to some of this shit. So you guys may have seen, let me see if I can find, where was the, okay, so a few people have actually sent me stuff. I've heard about this a few times, but again, I've been trying to keep, guys, we went so hard in the paint with the Charlie Kirk coverage for weeks and weeks. And I just like, you know, I'll do maybe one per week, one Charlie Kirk coverage episode per week, just to keep us in the loop with anything that's developing. But it's like, you know, I can't keep watching it over and over again and fucking whatever. It's just like that. It's such a bummer, guys. It's too much. It's too much. But God damn it. I saved this other, so there's that. Okay, so we know the this has been, I guess they're finding more and more examples of this. I'm trying to find somebody that has the initial Google searches showing. So when people are using, I don't even know how to do this, but they're using Google. They're looking at what the trending Google searches for like different areas. And apparently they're seeing, and this has been reported for like over a week now. We've sort of been out of the loop with this, but dude, people have been checking. Apparently Tyler Robinson, the building company that Tyler Robinson's father owns or works for or whatever, the same company that redid the asphalt where Charlie Kirk got murdered, this guy's company got Googled. There's like a bunch of these, a bunch of people and businesses and things related to the Charlie Kirk shooting that were being searched on Google. You can go back and check this on Google. I think I don't know if they call it the Wayback Machine, if that's the one. I know that there's like, you can go check, but this is just for trending searches. They're not actually looking, what they're showing here is they can look back in the past of what's been searched on Google and see where the IP addresses are coming from. And what they're seeing is that there's several things that were searched before the Charlie Kirk shooting happened. There was various things like Tyler Robinson's name, the judge's name, all these different people and things related to the Kirk killing. They were Googled from Israel. According to these IP addresses, all of these people that were Googling things related to the Kirk shooting before the Kirk shooting happened, these Google searches came from Israel and only Israel. And that's the crazy thing, is because you'd think like, you'd see like maybe a few that were in Utah or something like that. And they showed like these terms. You might expect someone to Google the judge or Google the fucking Tyler Robinson's father's construction company or this kind of thing. There are no Google searches for that shit in Utah. But for some reason, all these fucking things related to the Kirk case were Googled from Israel before the shooting ever happened. So let's take a look at some of this. I'm trying to find, hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah, so like this right here, this is let me pull up this one for you guys. Oh, Javi's in here. Pappy Steve bringing us the new Charlie info. Yeah, we're doing a little update tonight. It's not going to be a super long stream. I got on really late. My mom's in the hospital. Got a lot of shit going on. But yeah, we had to do an update tonight. Oh, here we go. Kirk Royce, is being shirtless on YouTube legal? I think so. In fact, I think it actually helps me with the algorithms. People like to see the guns. Oh God, guys, I'm going as Hulk Hogan for Halloween. I'm gonna be a zombie Hulk Hogan. I'm trying to get the guns, the pythons, trying to get them bigger, and I'm staying cut. We're staying cut. Oh, hold on. Today was tricep day. That's what I should be. Oh, Jesus, what is that? See, this happens anytime someone says something about me being shirtless. I got to show you guys. I mean, you're the one that brought attention to it, not me. I'm just chilling in my own house. I showered. What time? I've been on for 26 minutes. I showered 30 minutes ago. I'm sitting in my underwear. I also don't have pants or socks or anything else on. Kirk Roy's not gay, have 4 children, but good build. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to go as Hulk Hogan for Halloween. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Redneck, what you gonna do when Dark Match Steve dresses on like Hulk Hogan for you? Okay, let me pull this post up. Sorry, guys. Enough flexing. Let's keep the homoerotic stuff to a bare minimum tonight. We got Charlie Kirk coverage. He wouldn't like that. Holy shit. So here we go. This is going to show you some of the Google trends. Here we go. Holy shit. Deep state in panic mode. Google Trends data vanishing. So yeah, now apparently the Google Trends data is being removed like after people are posting some of this shit and it's coming to light. Vanishing in real time as we close in on the Charlie Kirk hit squad. You thought the Mossad CIA plot to whack Charlie Kirk was wild. Buckle up. Now they're scrubbing the internet live to bury the smoking gun. Remember those eerie Google Trends spikes from Israel and DC IPs 2 whole months before UVU bloodbath. Searches for the medical examiner, Phil Lyman, the hospital, Hunter Kozak. So yeah, all of these, the medical examiner, who was like new, I think, Phil Lyman, the hospital, Tyler Robinson, all these different trends were searched in Israel and DC. They can tell by the IP addresses, according to the Google Trend data, which shows you how much something has been Googled and, you know, from where, what countries or areas of the world are Googling these things. That data shows us that people in Israel and DC were searching all of these different terms and references that are related to the Charlie Kirk shooting months before the shooting happened. But there's a bombshell follow-up that sent the sensors into overdrive. Inter Precision Marble and Granite LLC, the shady outfit that swooped in days after Charlie Kirk's neck got ventilated, slapping concrete pads over shattered glass, remuddling the sniper's tunnel roof like a bad mob cleanup. And get this, business records scream it's owned by none other than Tyler Robinson's dad, Matt Robinson. Coincidence? Or daddy's firm sealing the escape route for the real BA building ghost. So yeah, this is allegedly Tyler Robinson's dad owns this fucking company that did the construction. Now that doesn't even, for what we're talking about here, the issue we're pointing out about the Google trending data from different countries, we don't, I just want to point out here, this might not, they were saying allegedly, it seems, I remember looking this up too, it seems that this company is owned, it's definitely owned by someone named Matt Robinson. And I guess there's a chance that it could be a different one. But it at least appears that it's Tyler Robinson's dad that owns this Precision Marble Granite LLC. Even if that's not the case, okay, that is crazy and that is significant on the larger scale. The point we are making here is that this stuff was Googled. Again, it doesn't matter to this point that whether or not Matt Robinson is Tyler Robinson's dad, who is the owner of this company. What matters is this company even. I mean, there's all these fucking things related to this Charlie Kirk case. And this is another thing that they found now. Precision Marble and Granite was one of these things that is in the Google trends traced back to IP addresses in Israel. Sealing the deal. I drove in, fired up a Google Trends for Precision Marble and Granite LLC. Bam. Massive U.S. spike right around June 20th, syncing perfectly with the Israel DC recon blitz. So wait, is this one not it? Maybe this one isn't in Israel. U.S. spike. Massive U.S. spike right around June 20th, which is around the same time where these spikes in Israel DC for I don't think any of these, hold on, we'll keep reading. I thought it wasn't in Utah, but let's see. Snapped a mobile screenshot, ironclad evidence of foreknowledge, switched to desktop for that clean side-by-side like all my other dumps. Poof, 0 results, zilch. Tried phone again, gone. Had a third-party buddy verify on their devices, same black hole, no data. What the fuck? This ain't glitch. It's live deletion. So what they're saying is these people looked up that this spiked, the Google searches for this company spiked here. This is the marble granite company. And we got the spikes in, June. And then it gets deleted. So they found this and they took a screenshot, and then when they went to look it up again, it's deleted. And look at this person is tagging the FBI in here. Bro, they are the ones deleting this. This is who is this? Who is this? Project Constitution. Bro, you don't know by now that the FBI wants to cover up the truth? You think you're going to tag Dan Bongino and anything at all is going to get done? That's funny. That's funny stuff. Truth is unbreakable up in here. What's up? Welcome. Kirk, bro, I'm with you there. Candace Owens isn't always my cup of tea, but I respect her and I appreciate all that she's been doing with the Charlie Kirk stuff because it's risky. It is so risky. It's fucked up how it is too, because I love Tim Dillon's, when Tim Dillon did that intro for his podcast, it perfectly parodies and like exemplifies how much of a clown show this all is. And it's fucked up how they're trying to, there are some people trying to make other people feel guilty for wanting to know something like the truth about this. We'll probably never get to the full truth, but it's just like, it's so disgusting how it can be a risk to your reputation to want to get to the truth about what happened to Charlie Kirk. When it's like the FBI's info that they're giving to us is laughable. It's ridiculous. It's insulting. And people are pretending like you people that are looking into this, you guys are the problem. Tamara, you know what? And thank you for getting up in the chat. I appreciate everybody else that just wants to get to the truth on this. Look, I don't know if it was fucking Israel. I have a feeling that maybe they were involved. I don't fucking know. And I'm not, And I don't think Candace either. I feel like for most of what I've seen her say, she's pretty fair about it, guys. I mean, we're not just like, at least people like me and other people that are actually trying to have a level head and figure out, for whatever it's worth, to try to find the truth on this. Bro, I'm willing to accept if something meets my standards of truth, I'm willing to accept it. It doesn't have to be some crazy conspiracy that involves the deep state or the FBI or for Israel, whatever. But the stuff the FBI is telling us is insulting. It's just like it doesn't match with reality. To say it was a 30-06 and all the rest of it from that angle, and then he ran here and then went to Dairy Queen and then the fucking for some reason the messages were sent on Discord to plan all this. Oh, but wait, Discord says the FBI is lying. The messages weren't sent on Discord. It's like every little step of the way there's a fucking problem. And the people that are questioning it and trying to look for the truth, no matter where you have to shine the light, those people are being, they're the ones at risk of their reputation, not the fucking retards parroting what the FBI is saying and lying to their listeners and whatever, because they're just telling you what the FBI told them. Those people are not risking their reputation. For some reason, I don't get it. No one else is like, I've never heard anyone else explain this, but you guys should be the ones whose reputation is getting fucked right now for just telling people to believe the FBI. And it's fucked up how it doesn't work that way. It's fucked up how the people telling you to listen to the FBI are like in this weird, they have this like image of them like they're rational or something because you're being less conspiratorial. I get it. There's a million conspiracy theories based on different angles and everything for this. But the one that's clearly the worst theory is what the FBI is saying. So, yeah. Kirk says, I simply say one person pulled this off and I am crazy. Oh, no, you simply say, no way one person pulled this off. Yeah, I wouldn't say, given the facts, I say, no, I agree. I don't think this was a one-person deal. There's too much weird shit going on. It's just too much. I get sensory overload when I start to cover Charlie Kirk stuff, and it just starts to not be that much fun. So here's the fucking screenshot. This is Precision Granite LLC. And then here's the here's when they went to verify it and it got deleted. Let me drop this. Oh fuck, I almost X'd out of that. I almost shut the stream down. Okay. Let me get, so this guy, we're going to go to, okay, Sam Parker. This has been one of the guys that has been dropping a lot of shit on this. This is Andrea Elliott. Okay. Here's more of the Google Trend data for these other things. 2 defense and at least 4 members of prosecution on the Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk case have turned up in Google Trends before the date of the attack, 9/10, from Israel IP addresses. Since October 16th, at least 3 of the prosecution have been scrubbed. So they're being, all of this is getting deleted. Take your screenshots now, guys. 5 members of the prosecution. Look, they're showing the height here. And again, this is in June. Right? Wait, it's October. Hold on. Oh, 22. Okay. This is... screenshot taken. Okay. 2 members of Tyler Robinson's defense, 3 members of the prosecution. Screenshot on 16/25. And these are all supposed to be from Israel IP addresses in here. 2024. What the fuck? Dude, what are the chances? What's the deal? What are the chances of this that this is completely disconnected from what happened? Can we actually talk about that? Is it ridiculous to think that this is not connected at all? Or is it crazy to think that it is connected? That's a serious question. I don't know what to think about this. I think this is too weird. I think this is one of those things that you, one of the 33 other things that you put in the basket of facts surrounding this case that you go, I think it's too weird. Hold on, let me drop this. I have to be careful with Twitter, guys, because if I'm not careful, I'm hopping around from different posts and then some like trans porn pops up or something. You gotta be careful. Okay, let me pull this guy's video up because I actually have not watched through this, and I want to see what he says. Did I not save this? Am I a fucking idiot? There's a chance I'm oh, here we go. Okay, this is from a few days ago.
Your boy Sam Parker is back at it again. Absolute legend, guys. If you guys aren't following Base Sam Parker and you guys are following along with the Charlie Kirk assassination investigation, there's very few people out there above like Candace Owens and like there's Sam Parker. Like the level of research that this man has done independently of everybody else, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And you're going to want to hear this, so staying tight. All right, so Sam's done this investigation into who was searching these judges. So you know that there's this random, crazy, like 3,000 person gag order, and anybody that may be a
3,000, not 5,000, 3,000. So we'll take a look at that too, because this guy he's referring to, Sam Parker, he posted the screenshots of this gag order.
Witness or anybody that the defense or the prosecuting attorney wants to pull up onto the stand, anybody involved in this case whatsoever, they automatically are hit with a gag order. The second that they become a witness or the second that the defense attorney wants to use them, boom, they can't speak to anybody, which is crazy in a case like this. So let's talk about these search results and who is searching for these judges in Israel. Like, why would anybody in Israel randomly be searching for judges in America specifically?
Bro, what is this? This is definitely sus. This is fucking weird. Don't tell me this is just regular standard AIPAC lobbying or something. This is weird.
Specifically in an area where somebody was just assassinated. Like, it doesn't make sense. So check this out. Sam says, breaking news, Tyler Robinson's trial. Tony Gaff, the judge that was selected to preside over the Charlie Kirk assassination trial, and the judge he replaced, Robert Lewin, were both the subject of unique Google searches from Israel's IP addresses before the assassination on July 26th and May 15th, respectively. Neither was subject to any of these searches in Utah until after the assassination. So nobody in Utah was searching for these people, but lo and behold, they were being searched in Israel. So Judge Lewin retired on August 1st. Judge Gaffa assumed his...
They're our greatest ally, guys. I think they just keep tabs on different things in America. They'll just Google random stuff just to keep tabs on everything and to make sure everything's running smoothly. They Googled this judge. They're like, let's just make sure this judge is a cool dude and he's doing his job. Something like that, right?
His duties on August 4th. On or about the same day, Matib Said, the special agent in charge of the SLC FBI field office, was removed. just a bunch of coincidence? Here's one source for next week. Okay, so he goes up here and he brings up these two news articles which say new Utah judge takes on accused killer's death penalty case in Charlie Kirk's murder. And then here it goes on to say, Governor Spencer Cox appoints Tony F. Gaffa to the 4th District Court. And it goes on and on. Okay, so it gets a little bit better. Okay, so here are the actual search terms where they're actually searching. You can see right here it says, this is Judge Robert Lewin. And then the location is Israel right here. It shows that Israel was searching them. And then watch, this will be deleted in the next week or two. So make sure you guys are taking screenshots along with me and following over on Sam Parker's page. He's got all the receipts. So here on May 15th in Israel, they were...
Oy vey, they've got all these receipts. These goys are keeping receipts on us.
Searching for Robert Lewin. And then here, Tony Gaff on July 26th. So about, I don't know, May to September is what, about 3 months? July, August, September, so 2 months. Yeah. So within the 2 to 3 months prior to the assassination of Charlie Kirk, magically, Israel is randomly searching for judges that are going to preside over where a assassination would take place. Kind of strange, don't you think? So he goes into thread number 2 and he says, Judge Robert Lewin retired on August 1st of 2025. He was replaced by Judge Tony Gaffa, who was sworn in on August 4th after Gaffa was appointed by Governor Spencer Cox on May 2nd of 2025. Also notable, Gaffa formerly worked as a special assistant to the U.S. Attorney in Washington, D.C. Huh. Weird how that works, isn't it?
It's
so
a
here are
dirty
the dates
game.
for both judges that you guys can go through here.
It is a dirty game. And let me tell you, if you're a regular citizen, you ain't winning. Okay? You're an NPC in this game. It's a dirty game and you're an NPC. You don't get to win. You sit there and you play your part.
And see that Sam's put all the receipts together for you guys so you don't have to really question anything. And then here's the official judicial whatever vacancy on July 17th of 2025. And it goes on to say the exact date, which was August 1st of 2025. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here we go on again. Here's Governor Spencer Cox appoints Tony F. Gaffa to the 4th District. We had covered that earlier. It was a little bit smaller. And by the filling the vacancy for the retirement of Judge Robert Lewin. Okay, here it says, when the Utah Governor Spencer Cox appointed Gaffa to the 4th District Court in May, he praised him as somebody who brings a steady hand, strong ethics, and the kind of judgment we count on in Utah's judiciary. Still, no one expected his first major assignment would come so quickly after he was sworn in on August 4th of 2025. And then it goes down to tell you that
I think some people expected that.
Here he was Special Assistant U.S. Attorney in Washington, D.C. The swamp just never drains itself, does it? Okay, so Sam Parker goes on to say, neither judge was searched for from D.C. or Utah IP addresses before the assassination, only from Israel IP addresses. So again, here's Tony Gaffa, Robert Lewin, location Israel, dates 5/1.
And can I point this out too? Is it not also kind of weird that someone can be a judge and no one's Googled them? Am I fucking completely nuts? Am I an actual homeless crackhead right now? Is that not weird? People are appointing judges and no one's Googled them. I'm actually I'm kind of stunned. What the fuck? This motherfucker, Kurt Rose said, okay, this guy is a buff David Spade. I'd like to think I'm a lot cuter than David Spade, but I'll take it. You know what? You said buff. I will take that. That's what I need right now. I'm trying to be Hulk Hogan for Halloween. I don't know if I've said it yet, guys. I'm trying to be Hulk Hogan for Halloween. I need to gain about 30 pounds of muscle between now and then. So, and also about a foot in height too. So we're up against it right here. This is a losing battle. but I'm in it to win it. And by win it, I mean get completely plastered on Halloween and walk around saying the N-word and trying to bang people's wives. I'm excited. Guys, I eat so well all year. And Halloween is like the only time of year I let myself eat Reese's Pieces and shit. I love the pumpkin Reese's, guys. The smooth chocolate. I don't know what the fuck Reese's is thinking. I guess I don't think it's quite, each holiday with their production and sale of the candy that, I was going to say the way that the pumpkin Reese, they also have a ghost and a bat this year. I got a bag that has a mix of those, and I still haven't eaten one Reese's yet. But what was I going to say? Yeah, the Reese's needs to do like just an all year around circle-shaped one that just is rounded and has the soft chocolate on the outside, like the Reese pumpkins. They also have the Reese's like Christmas ones. Isn't it like a tree or something? And I think they do an Easter one too, like an egg-shaped Reese. They need to just do like a regular one for all year around. Not that I'd be the one buying it, because I wouldn't, because I don't eat that bullshit year around. But they're so much better. The fucking soft chocolate on the outside of the special shaped Reese's is different. That shit hit different.
1/2025 to 10/19/2025. And then you can see here, the dates are 1/25 to 10/19/2025. District of Columbia? Nope, no searches were there. Strange how that works, doesn't it? But in Utah, Tony Gaffa was searched one time on September 21st to September 27th. What day? That's about 10 days after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, huh? Weird. Now, Mateb Said, however you say that name, removal from the SLC FBI field office was announced in the media on August 5th of 2020.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Kirk. Kirk says, I think I've been Googling, I'm nobody. Dude, this is what I'm saying. How the fuck are these judges getting appointed and not one Google search from that area? I haven't been to Utah. What is Utah like? I mean, it's not like West Virginia or something that they don't have computers. Like, what the fuck is the deal? These people don't even Google a judge before they're appointed in their area. I mean, not like I couldn't tell you who the judges appointed around here are. I know the names of a few of them, but not in my city. But like, yeah, actually I could. Just because I've had to face some of these judges. I think one of the judges here is named Armstrong. If I'm not mistaken, that was the judge that I had to go before for my last arrest that I had. It was like a decade ago. It was long. It was just a little smoking weed in a park here in Florida, Tampa, Florida, before we even had medical passed here. So people were still like on edge about pot. They thought it was something worth arresting people for. So retarded. And Frank, welcome. Yeah, I've seen a lot of new people up in the chat. Thank you guys for clicking on the stream, and then also thank you for getting up in the chat. Last thing we want is some fucking creepers clicking on this stream, watching me like a sniper from a rooftop and not saying nothing in the chat. I have to teach you guys internet etiquette. I got like 90 people watching. There's about 5 people in my chat. Y'all some creeps. All right, let's get back to this video.
5. It gets really strange here. So, high-ranking FBI job losses disproportionately hurt women and people of color. Leaders are undertaking an unprecedented campaign to force senior officials off the job. Now, a lot of the FBI agents out there will tell you, this girl was trash, she was a DEI hire, blah, 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 she had to go. Really? How many other directors of these field offices went exactly? How many all over across the country? Was it 1, 2, 5, 10? Or is it just one? I don't know. I really don't know, but I'm curious. How many of those FBI agents that were involved in the raid on Mar-a-Lago got fired? Wasn't one of them flying around Cash Patel's private jet until Kyle Seraphin kind of blew the roof off of that one, and then Cash was left with no other option but to kind of let that one go? But magically, we're going to go to Utah, and we're going to get rid of some DEI hire that was actually, I believe she...
Damn it, I lost some people. Guys, I was just joking. Look, if you're new here and you don't want to get in the chat, it is okay. Just please hit the like and the subscribe button. I was joking. Please come back. Please, I need you. I lost people. Look, if you left because of what I just said a minute ago, you ain't built for this stream. I'll tell you that much. It's self-evident.
served in the military too. And you think about, you've been in the FBI that long to make it to that position? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Okay, anyways. So an unprecedented campaign by FBI leaders forced senior bureau officials out of their jobs has disproportionately hit women and people of color, blah, 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 blah. In the most recent example, FBI leaders last week forced the resignation of a decorated female Pakistani American counterterrorism agent who was appointed in February to run the Salt Lake City, Utah field office. Was appointed in February. So she was appointed under the Trump administration. And then magically, out of nowhere, she's getting shit canned?
That is weird.
Right before the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Am I the only one that something ain't sitting right here? Anyways, the special agent in charge in Salt Lake City, Matab Saeed, is being forced out just 6 months after being appointed in February for reasons that nobody's clear about, right? So in 6 months, she was that bad? Wait, weren't they just praising Utah for all of the arrests and all these Operation whatever, Lone Ranger, Operation Cash Patel, Dark 6-7? I don't know. The source says that the Associate Deputy Director, J. William River,
6-7,
who works for Bongino and Patel, told Saeed that she wasn't a good fit for the office, which covers Utah, Idaho, and Montana, the sources said. He offered her a lower-level job in the FBI's Huntsville, Alabama facility, but she has decided to retire, the source said. She did not respond to requests for comment. Okay, so Sam goes on in this thread. He says, the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, The Guardian ran a
that moment where you retire because you don't want to get assassinated.
Story that the order to take action against the fired agents in early August came from the White House's aide, Stephen Miller. Now just have
that familiar feeling when you retire because you don't want to get your head blown off.
One of God's chosen people, right? Nothing to see here. Someone who isn't in any Department of Justice or FBI chain of command. But what's interesting about that is Cash Patel admitted that he was actually forced to make these decisions if he wanted to keep his own job. Now, Cash acknowledged that the FBI would be sued over many of these firings and lose, yet they were willing to do it anyways. What? Pretty strange, isn't it? Now we get back to the case of Matab Saeed. She wasn't fired, she was offered a demotion. But why? This isn't black and white. The FBI was not afraid of firing these agents, getting sued for it, and losing. Why didn't they take that approach to Saeed? Why didn't they just fire her too? Well, it's because they didn't want that level of her case going to court. They didn't want that level of scrutiny in her case. Did they not want it to go quietly and just disappear? No court, no case, no discovery, no scrutiny, no spotlight, folks. By the way, don't notice the ethnicity of the guy who wrote this story. Curiously, this particular article mentions nothing about Matab Saeed. Why not? Did he not want us connecting Matab Saeed back to Stephen Miller? Was Miller behind the removal of her too? FBI officials sue Cash Patel over claims that they were fired for investigating Trump. Officials claim that the FBI director said that he had been instructed by the White House to fire agents who worked on the investigation into President Trump. Okay, so Cash Patel's orders to get rid of FBI agents in early August of 2025 came from Stephen Miller. But let me pause there for a second. So you're telling me that Trump was ordering the FBI to go after the agents that investigated him, but yet where's Chris Wray? Where's Merrick Garland? Where's literally the people that signed off on this? Where is the gosh damn accountability?
Literally.
How about Dr. Fauci? Anybody? But we're going to go fire some random fucking field agent from Utah. Okay, let me just eat that slop, boys. So Cash Patel ordered to get rid of the agents.
Thank you. Jonathan, Einsig. Welcome, welcome. I'm not creeping. I'm a slow typer. I feel you, dog. No, it's all good. For real, if y'all are driving, don't get up in this chat. I need you to survive. I can't lose viewers to a car wreck or for any reason. So please, if you're doing something dangerous that you can't be in the chat, do not feel obligated to get in the chat. Kirk Royce, thank you, sir. I subscribe because I love David Spade, not gay. I'll take it. Jonathan says, the main question that comes to mind for me right away is how many of the Israel IPs may be remote VPNs? Bro, that I thought about that too. This, no, you're right. I mean, this whole thing, this is what I'm saying, guys. No matter, I feel like with this Kirk case, and I mean, look, let's be real. This is kind of how it is for all of the reality that we occupy is sort of like on a foundation of illusion. Okay, it's like you can kind of never really know the truth about anything, but especially with this Kirk case, this is just fucking ridiculous at every turn. So yeah, it could be this whole thing. You're right. This could be a whole setup just to make Israel look bad. If it were a 3-letter agency, some deep state organization, something not actually tied to Israel, if they wanted Israel to get blamed for this, they would have planned this in advance, then go do these Google searches with IP address, with VPNs that show an IP address coming from Israel when really it's not. And then that'll leave traces, and then they can hint, tip off some fucking conspiracy nut, and they will do a deep dive and spread it all on Twitter, and it gets to Candace Owens, and the ball is rolling. Oh, what? Yeah. You tried to type it. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm getting into the balance of protecting online anonymity versus actual conspiracy. Yeah, something tells me I should have started this stream. I should have been wearing like a mask this whole time. I should be doing like I should be completely. I mean, I'm in character as Dark Match Steve. Okay, I'm pretending that I'm like a gay guy on YouTube. I'm in character. I'm praying that will actually help me with the algorithms, because Google wants all of you to turn gay. And so I'm hoping they will recommend my stream to more people if I pretend that I'm gay on here. So I'm in character, but I wish I would have started the stream as like a character with a mask on, or either just like a fucking ski mask type of thing, like or something over my face. I don't know. I have no anonymity here. They could fucking drone strike me right now if they wanted to. Dutch Duke, this may be an op to get people to want the AI pre-crime. Bro, now you're getting too dark. Even for Dark Times with Dark Match Steve, which is the name of this program, you might be getting too dark.
The complaint details an episode in which Patel allegedly told Discroll that he had been instructed by the White House to fire any agents who worked on this investigation of Donald Trump. Patel explained that he had to fire the people his supervisors told him to fire because his ability to keep his own job depended on the removal of these agents who worked on any cases involving the president, the complaint says. Patel explained that there was nothing that he or Discroll could do to stop any of these firings because the FBI tried to put the president in jail and he hasn't forgotten about it. So Discroll stated that the summary of firings, Meyer, would be illegal based on his military veteran status, and he would also violate the established FBI policy for adverse actions against personnel, the complaint says. Patel responded that Meyer would be fired by Friday, August whatever, 2025, and that there was nothing either Patel or Discroll could do, and they said that they wouldn't be able to do anything to stop it, okay? So Patel acknowledged that the FBI agents would be sued, or the FBI would be sued, and acknowledged that they would lose in court, the complaint says. It just goes on and on. Pressure from the White House aide Stephen Miller was to fire these agents. Bove, the complaint says, also told Discroll that he received pressure from the White House aide Stephen Miller to fire these agents en masse. And Sam went on to say, Judge Tony Gaff has...
Bro, I think this is breaking right now. Hold on. So once we're almost done with this video. This guy, so I opened another tab here. This guy, Sam Parker, I saved a couple things from his Twitter. This is from a few hours ago, though. There's this video of Charlie Kirk abandoned by chief of staff after spending the entire morning at Charlie Kirk's side filming everything. Charlie's friend and TPUSA chief of staff appears to abandon... Okay, yeah, we're going to go to this next. There's another 5-minute video showing some of this. All right, let's finish. There's 10 more seconds of this. Hold on.
Issued a gag order on all witnesses in the Charlie Kirk assassination trial, and he plays my video. So I'll throw this video in here for you guys to see. But ain't that some shit, folks? What would make anybody in Israel be searching for judges that are going to sit over the investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination? I'm sure this is just all random coincidence, not like we've seen this in JFK, MLK, RFK, and any other high-profile case that just seems to get swept under the rug. Eat that slop, boys. Be a good little goyim. Pay your taxes. I'm out. Peace.
That's one good goy. Kirk says, as an ex-evangelical Christian, now a Seventh-day Adventist, I think this could be a spiritual thing. What do you mean? What aspect or what are you referring to as a spiritual thing? What happened to Kirk, or the whole Israel tie-in to literally everything right now? Dude, it seems like we are in some kind of fucking, I don't know, man. So for the purposes of this discussion, you could say I'm an atheist. I'm not really. I mean, I'm leaning towards thinking this is like some kind of simulation thing that we are in, or I am in. I don't know if you guys are actually real, or if you guys experience reality in any way relatable to how I do. But I sort of think this is like a simulation type of thing, but it's, you could ask, if I think it's just a simulation, why don't I just go around slapping bitches and, whatever, go rob a fucking bank or something. It's just that I do have guilt and stuff, and I feel for other people, and I just, I sort of operate in life like, I have only my senses and my mind to go by, and it appears that other people are conscious like I am and stuff. So I treat them as such, just because if I'm wrong about this being a simulation, then it would be too grave of a mistake to go around and fuck up other people's lives and stuff like that. So yeah, my thoughts on God and spirituality are really fucking complicated, but yeah, so look, I don't like organized religion much at all, but it does, I don't think that I will ever go back to a church again or want to practice like an Abrahamic religion or probably any organized religion. But some of the stuff that I've just like, look, just from everything that we've been seeing, especially if you're at all like exposed to sort of the different, if you're exposed to a lot of conspiracy stuff, you will notice patterns about stuff. And look, a lot of, what I mean, from everything from the Hillary Clinton pizza stuff, that stuff is really, really fucking dark. And of course, we don't know how much truth there really is to that. But for sure, I mean, regardless of what you think, there is some coded messages in those emails, guys. If we can argue about what the messages mean and what the code is for, but there's coded messages in the emails. There's weird shit. Okay, so but let's move on. But anyway, just with some of the fucking weird dark ass shit and the way that it seems like there are like dark forces at play, and how there's so many, it seems like so many people in positions of power that are utterly disappointing at best and demonic and seemingly demonic and evil at worst. And that's enough to make me go, wow. It's weird that I just feel like I feel like it almost is like there's a palpable force of evil that is sort of at work in this fucking weird slice of time that we're in. It's weird, man. And so that makes me feel funny about again, I don't know if Christianity is the answer or something, but it's weird. All I'm going to say is it's weird. It makes me question things. Yeah. Kirk, oh shit, I missed Sergio's been up in here. Sergio, what's up? Time traveling is impossible? You think so? Well, Sergio, this is the thing. So there's varying theories. Did I mention time travel? I don't think I did. I said a simulation. I don't know about time travel, but I think time travel is possible. But man, this is such a rabbit hole, and it's already 10:30. I don't know if I should start trying to explain the different theories on time travel, but there are some theories that technically, according to physics, would work. I remember Terence McKenna discussing this in one of his lectures in the 90s. They've known about this theory for decades and decades, that supposedly if you have a cylinder, a giant cylinder that is like the size of the diameter of Saturn, I think, something like that, and you spin it counterclockwise, or what you spin it one direction, the opposite direction that that Earth spins or something, at some, I think it's like 99% the speed of light, you would actually travel back in time technically. That's been a theory that's been around, and I don't think it's been like debunked or something, but it's something that requires so much basically godlike technological power that we just don't even have. But in terms of so I know some people say, well, if time traveling is possible, you would see time travelers everywhere. This is one of the, it depends which time travel theory you go with. So there's some people that go with the time travel theory of one timeline, and in that sense there would be no possibility for, well, it depends. So there's the one theory that if you if someone along this one timeline invents a time machine, then people would go back to nearly every different second in time. And so time machines would just be everywhere right now. They'd be 10 in my fucking room that I'm in right now, because everybody would just keep coming back in time to a different part in the past. And so the whole world would be filled with time machines that people traveled from. But then there's the train track theory that Terence McKenna, actually, a lot of my time travel info comes from old Terence lectures. But there's the train track theory that says, so if you invent a time machine, it is like you are, if you use the analogy of a train track, it makes sense why there aren't time machines everywhere right now, because a time machine, once you invent it, there's this theory that once you invent the time machine, you can only travel back to as far back as when the time machine was invented. So it's essentially like a train on tracks. The tracks were never built to go back in time past when the tracks are built, essentially. So that if the time machine is built in 2026, then into the future, everyone will be able to travel back to the point of the invention of the time machine, but no further back into the past because there's no time machine that exists back then. But then there's also the theory of time travel of the mini universes type of theory. So if you travel back in time, some people think you just go on to you enter a different node, like a different universe, essentially. You can never, it's basically like you're not really traveling back in time because you can't like change something on the same timeline that you came from the future of or whatever. So yeah, there's so many fucking theories on time travel, dude. I love talking about that shit. It's trippy. Lovebirds, welcome. And Frank said FBI should be renamed BS. Yeah, 2-letter agency. That's what we need. Let's simplify things. Lovebirds, where's the clothes? Gross. Thank you. I'm in my own house and I'm in really good shape. I don't know why people have to be such haters. I don't get it. Be happy for me. I take care of myself. I look really, really good for my age. I'm in better shape than I was in high school. Gonna hit the double bicep. Oh, fuck. Almost passed out. Sorry. Lovebird says, who is seriously buying this weird shit? OMG, what did I accidentally stumble on? Why did my algorithm just randomly do? I'm getting the hell out of here. Wake up, people. You're brainwashed. Brainwashed by who? I can't tell if this is an Israel supporter or not. I think this is like a Zionist person. And they have no idea what they saw, that I had the Israel flag, and they know that we're talking about the IP addresses in Israel, so they just come here to try to talk shit. I guarantee this person, whoever this is, I guarantee I'm in better shape than this person. In fact, here, let me click on their account. Hold on. Let's see if they have any workout videos on their page. I got loads of workout videos. You want to see me squat? I bet you can't even get out of the chair you're in right now. Hold on. Oh, imagine that. This person doesn't have any videos or pictures of themselves on their own channel. I was so sure this person would be such hot shit that they would have pictures and video of themselves on their channel, but they don't. It's just some stupid random videos. This person has 10 views on a video from 10 years ago. Why did I even waste my time going to this channel? Okay. Let me see here. All right, let's get to, oh yeah, so let me bring you guys, I have this open on the other tab here. So this is the video I was telling you guys about. So Charlie Kirk abandoned by Chief of Staff. After spending entire morning by Charlie Kirk's side, filming everything, Charlie Kirk's friend, TPUSA Chief of Staff Mike McCoy, appears to abandon Charlie at the very moment of Charlie Kirk's death. You simply must watch Mike McCoy turn and walk away from Charlie in the very instant Charlie is mowed down. Mikey doesn't jump in surprise. He doesn't duck for cover. He doesn't rush to Charlie's aid. He doesn't run away in panic. He doesn't even try to capture any footage as he's been doing all morning. Nope, none of that. Instead, what he actually does is calmly strolls off. That's it. He just turns and walks away. No fuss, no muss. And no security accompanies him. So he's apparently not being evacuated for his own protection or anything like that. He just saunters off by himself. As everyone else rushes, that's just, look, it's not suspicious at all. No big deal. Everyone rushes to Charlie Kirk's aid and carries him to the SUV to jet him to the hospital. Mikey McCoy can be seen walking away in the distance, completely ignorant of whatever it is happening to Charlie behind him and not visibly caring at all. Dude, what is the deal? Like the Phil Lineman guy that was giggling after Charlie Kirk got shot. What is with these people? I mean, if you're going to pull off a psyop, can you not? Are you that fucked up in the head and socially retarded that you think it's okay to like act like this after someone gets shot? You think it's not suspicious at all that you're walking around like nothing happened, or when someone asks you if you saw what happened to Charlie Kirk, you start giggling like Phil Lyman did? I just like, for real. Was Charlie Kirk dead? Was he bleeding out? Did Charlie need help? Should he ride with Charlie to the hospital? Where are they taking Charlie? What's going on? Apparently, these were all questions of no concern to Mike McCoy, Charlie's friend and chief of staff. Watch this to the end and tell me what you think. Is Mikey just panicking in his own very odd way, or is there something more suspicious going on? Everybody mourns differently, okay? Some people, like Phil Lineman, they giggle when someone asks them about Charlie Kirk being murdered in cold blood. Some people like Mike McCoy here, whatever the fuck this idiot's name is, so they just, kind of act like they don't care at all and almost looking like they knew it was going to happen. People mourn differently. And then we got Erica Kirk. She mourns very differently. We haven't seen, I think we saw one tear this whole time. She just keeps patting her face with tissues when there's no moisture on her face at all, and then walks out at a TPUSA event with fireworks and everything. People mourn differently, guys. I mean, if my wife were like laughing and carrying on hosting my show after I just got murdered and using my death to get people to sign up as members of TPUSA, I would hope that you guys would be concerned, but I'm just saying, it means nothing. Everybody mourns differently. Okay, let's look at this video.
Way I can start to get my mind to figure out where they were arrested. Let's go.
Wow, look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Oh, so they're showing him in the rearview mirror. So this is who is recording right here is Mike McCoy. That's him with the ball cap. Play.
Just give him a little taste.
So this is him here, I guess. So what? What are they going to show here? I'm not even sure exactly. I mean, I get that he's by his side the whole time, but what is he just going to? Is Charlie going to get hit and then he just walks away and texts somebody or something? Is there really no sound to this? So this is what is this guy asking about? Sergio's Sergio's still in the chat talking about time travel. Are you watching a different stream? No, if you're asking for evidence on how time travel doesn't exist, I can't provide that to you, but neither can the counter. I'm not saying I have evidence that it exists. I just feel like what you were saying, the reasoning that you were saying why you thought it didn't exist, I was just responding and saying there are theories on time travel that account for your rebuttal to the theory of that even being a possibility in any way. But yeah, I'm not saying that I do 100% think that it's possible. I have no idea. Need to ask like Sean Carroll or something. What does Sean Carroll think about time travel? He's like one of the biggest physicists right now, right? Isn't he? All right, let's get back. So he's still Charlie's about to get hit here, then this guy's still standing there. Bro, what the fuck? Dude. Oh no, Sergio, you're good, bro. I'm kidding. You're not derailing. You're good. I could talk about 10 different things at once, bro. Don't please. We can digress into whatever the fuck we want. This is it's free range here. Dude, this guy straight up, Kirk gets hit and he just walks away like, okay, well, it's done. Dude, this is crazy. This motherfucker looks suspicious as hell. Look at this. He's been with him. So I get what they're saying. This motherfucker is just kind of by Charlie's side the whole time. And he's standing right there next to him. And then once Charlie gets shot, this motherfucker just walks away like, oh, okay, we're done here. What the fuck? As Charlie is rushed into the SUV, Mikey can be seen in the distance just walking away, still not looking. After being at Charlie's side all morning, watching and filming, all of a sudden he couldn't be less interested in Charlie's most desperate hour. This motherfucker. Dude. He's calling his rabbi right now. Mikey has literally turned his back on Charlie since the instant Charlie was killed. He has no idea what's happening to Charlie and apparently couldn't be less interested. What the heck is right?
Mikey McCoy, Charlie's chief of staff and friend, who spent the whole morning dutifully and loyally by Charlie's side, filming everything, abandoned Charlie in the very instant Charlie was killed. Was Charlie actually dead? Did he need help? Did Mikey rush to his aid or get his phone camera out? Anything? No, nothing. All of a sudden, Mikey McCoy didn't care about Charlie Kirk at all and just left him behind. What is going on?
That was my question. That's what I was going to ask. What is going on? Oh, fuck. That's crazy. Let me pull. I got a few other things saved here. So Candace Owens hasn't released anything yet. But should I pull up her tweet? I basically told you what was in the tweet. She said that she is going to ignore the gag order. So I guess she's supposed to be dropping some more info soon. I haven't seen. She hasn't been live, or I don't see any other live. I don't see any other videos on her channel from this week or something. Is she taking time off right now, or is this her obeying the gag order currently? Okay, so here's one. So people are saying this. Oh, you guys are on the wrong tab. Here we go. People are getting, so this Seth Dillon guy, some people are getting death threats. Attorney General James something. Last week, our Office of Statewide Prosecution was notified of multiple specific death threats made to Jewish conservative media members who live in Florida. After an investigation, we obtained an arrest warrant for Nicholas Ray of Spring, Texas. Ray is now in custody and will be extradited to Florida to face charges of extortion, written threats to kill, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. What is that? What was he calling him on a CB? Was he was driving a semi-truck and calling him on a CB? Die, Jew, die. That's what he said. It's not my opinion. I'm just speculating here. I report actual direct threats of death, including the words, "We know where you live and we're coming to your house to off you." To Florida authorities, they couldn't give two shits, but you arrest a man across the country for this? Clearly two-tier justice for Jews. Right. You live in Houston, right? I've been in touch with law enforcement and they have some questions. So this is this person. You're in on it too, bitch. Don't think we forgot. Conspired with foreign government about offing Charlie. We fucking know you did, bitch. We're gonna get you, I promise. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but you're living on borrowed time and you know it. I wonder if that sounds like it. I bet if you had a good enough attorney, I bet you could get off with this. We're gonna get you. That's not like this person could argue, "Oh, we're gonna get you" means we're going to expose you or something. This is probably, I just know of other people who have been threatened with like slightly, somewhat veiled threats like this. This doesn't directly say something about like a physical threat. And sometimes that can get complicated and the cops won't do shit unless it's like directly spelled out that they're saying, "I'm going to do this, this, and this to you. And you're not going to like it." Interesting. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me check on my gram and make sure I didn't save something there to look at tonight. We saw that video.
Now have a gag order 3,000. I've got some videos I'm going to show y'all too. It's going to blow your mind. Candace Owens, don't worry about the gag order in the Charlie Kirk. I plan to violate it. On the world's behalf, Candy, she's discovered things that will burn the house down. Charlie was betrayed by everyone. Oh, just wait. I've got so much. So I saw this right here. Look, Israeli IP addresses conducted unique Google searches of Dear J. Amaro, the chief medical examiner over little Charlie Kirk's.
Bro, the way that Mikey McCoy walked away in that last video, I'm still steady thinking about that. And I mean, he didn't even fucking look to make sure Charlie Kirk was like actually dead. The shot rang out and he just sort of walked away and called somebody. I don't know, man. I don't know how you justify that.
Autopsy case. Josh Hammer, Tyler Robinson. But look at the dates on these. This is what's so important, y'all. The dates on these, okay? 5/17, 5/24, 5/10. Why were they searching up these people? I can understand Charlie Kirk, but why was Tyler Robinson's name being searched way back in May like that? May, June, July? And when there was Charlie Kirk didn't happen until September. Just kind of weird, isn't it? And the little landscape owner guy, look, back in June. The one that redid this area right here is soon, like a few days after it happened on a Sunday. On top of that, he got the call. Come on, man. He was searched by the same area that I mentioned. I'm not going to say it again. It starts with I. Same thing. I mean, what's really going on, y'all? I mean, what? Spitting on Christians. I'm fixing to show y'all a bunch of little clips. Watch this.
But in Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus, when Israel left and the Palestinian Authority came in, the Christian majority shrank from 80% to under 20% because there was no more Israel to protect them. We cherish our Christian friends. We protect the Christian holy sites. Not only the Church of the Holy Spirit, but in...
I showed you this video. This Asian lady, she goes over, she's a Christian, she goes to Israel, and the people fucking spit right in her face, bro. This is wild. She's like, it's spit, it smell bad. They don't brush their teeth, it's spit.
We get spit on every day. Wearing a cross, you will get spit on in this neighborhood. You will get into fist fights.
What?
No, come on. Wait. Come on, bro.
Here's another one. Look. Here's another one. Watch.
But I know for the police that you were attacking me.
But you cannot do this.
Don't take a picture, take it down.
No, come
Take
on.
it down.
This is not. You are touching me. You have no right to touch.
Is it okay to spit on Christians? On them. On them? I don't know, I spit on the ground. Oh, so he spits on the ground if he sees a crucifix. That's all he does. He doesn't spit on them. Oh. It's an old tradition. I'm guessing he's saying it's an old, they don't practice it now. I mean, if you notice the ones that were doing it. What is going on with the Charlie Kirk thing?
Bro. That's our greatest allies. With allies like that, who needs enemies? Am I right? Holy shit, man. It's real. It's getting real. All right, let's get out of here. I got some more stuff saved. We got to get to this another night. It's 11 o'clock. But I know I got on late, guys. My mom's in the fucking hospital. Oh my God. Oh. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going to smash this bong. I'm going to clear this fucking bong right here. This little ditty. All right, guys, I do got to go. Please like and subscribe, all that shit. It's just Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. It has been very dark tonight. Tomorrow and Friday, we got more fun stuff planned for the stream. You guys know. I hate to keep it serious in here. I hate to give the impression that any bit of this stream is supposed to be taken seriously. You guys know I fucking hate that. Sometimes we gotta do it. It's obligatory. All right, lovers. Thank you guys for the support. For real, I know I was on late. Thank you guys that are still in here. I appreciate the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's the lineup tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, so we got Scott Starbird at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then Alex Stein. He's only got a few shows left with his Blaze contract. So, yeah, he's going to be doing bigger and better things. So keep tabs on Alex Stein. There's some new stuff on the horizon with him that might involve some other really cool, interesting people. So, yeah, Alex Stein tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Then I should be on at like 8 o'clock tomorrow. Oh, shit. Scott Starbird said no Alex Stein tomorrow. Well, fuck. I guess it's just you and me, buddy, holding it down. So, yeah, this is my boy, Scott Starbird, my mod and my dude. You can click right here on his profile, go to his page, subscribe. He'll be live tomorrow around 6 p.m. And, yeah, I'll be live after him at around 8 o'clock, something like that. So, yeah, guys, we got better stuff planned for we got more fun stuff planned for the week. So it should be interesting. So, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody, take care of yourselves. Again, thank you for the support. Everybody hang in there. I know we're in dark times right now. We'll get through it. I love you guys. Mwah.